This video is brought to you by Highland Titles.
We have just bought a plot of land in Scotland which is located in one of our favourite places in the country. We're currently on our way to go and visit and we're going to be taking you guys on a full tour.
Our plot of land is just up here.
I don't think there's a sign or anything, so we just need to take a guess.
It's so peaceful and it feels like really remote away from everywhere up here, doesn't it?
I know.
Happy new land.
I know, happy new land, there we go. The time has come for our Big Scotland adventures to continue, and we are so excited to hit the road. This week we explore the beautiful scenery of Glencoe, on a mission to find the best views and best park-ups in the Highlands of Scotland. We also finally get to visit the small part of the Highlands that we now officially own, and try out the lavish lifestyle that comes with being a lord and a lady.
This feels incredibly luxurious. And I'm not even in there yet. I've just come in the front gate. This is fancy!
If you're new around here and want to see more of our Big Scotland road trip, then hit that subscribe button and join the gang. But for now, let's check back in as we make some last minute upgrades before our Big Scotland road trip begins. Okay, so today we have got the task, which is obviously every van lifer's worst nightmare. I need to drill a hole in my roof. Okay, here goes nothing. So whilst we've been at home, we've taken charge of a delivery to finally get some much needed improvements done on Ellie. Getting Wi-Fi installed, we're getting some security cameras installed, and we're getting a third geo-tracker installed on her. This is all of the tools that we've been given. And the first task that I need to do is basically just drill a hole, mount this up on the roof, which is going to be the Wi-Fi receiver that bounces signals inside the van. And hopefully that should actually make living on the road, especially in the Highlands of Scotland, a lot easier. There's been a lot of times where literally our blinds are down, we've got zero signal, we open up the blinds, and all of a sudden full bar 4G. Honestly, I think this van could survive a nuclear bomb. It is so good at blocking signal, it's ridiculous. Okay, here goes nothing. And I just guess from there, some Sikaflex around the outside just to keep any water out. That should be it. Actually really simple. Good morning! So it's been a couple of days since I actually installed that bit, but before we hit the road, because we're going on a big road trip today, I just wanted to show you what the finished product of this brand new security system is. I'm actually very pleased with how it's turned out. So in this little cupboard that I've installed everything, we've got the solar charger, which has always been there, and hooked directly into that, I've got the power module that's going to connect up to all of the security devices. So it's really good because I didn't actually need to run a cable all the way to the battery. Then connected to that, I've got the two little wireless modules, which I'm going to connect all of the security features into, and I've got the Wi-Fi. Finally, we have Wi-Fi in Ellie, and to be honest, I'm going to say already it's an absolute game changer. As for the actual sensors that I've got plugged into her so far, I've got a temperature sensor, I've got a collision sensor, and I've also got a door sensor on this door here, so if it ever opens after I've armed it, I'm going to get an alert straight to my phone. I still need to actually install the two security cameras, one of which is going to go in the main cabin and one's going to go on the outside of the van, but I've not quite got around to figuring out how to do that yet. But I'm actually really buzzing about it because it means that we can go out on hikes on this trip, we can go out and leave Ellie all day long and not need to actually worry if she is safe, because we know I can check my phone, I know that nobody's inside her. And so now that all of that is done and out the way, the weather's looking glorious. Where are we going?
We are going to one of our favourite places in Scotland, Glencoe.
On our way north, we stopped off at our trusty van life spot at the Tarbert Pier in Loch Lomond to get Ellie emptied out and topped up before we hit the road to the incredible landscape of Glencoe.
It's so nice being back up here again, and I feel like it's given me a real sense of calm. Like the last few weeks have just been absolutely manic and really, really social for us, which I guess normally it's just the two of us kicking about, and to be socialising a lot has really made us realise that we need to recharge our social batteries. So to come back up here, be in amongst the mountains, no matter what the weather, I just think Glencoe is always stunning. Like whether it's snowing, whether it's sunny, or whether it's a bit like a day like today where it's cloudy, moody, it's just always so beautiful, and I feel a real sense of calm coming back here. That looks good. This is like my favourite place ever. We're slightly losing the view of the Bucco there because of those trees, but
It's beautiful.
it's still beautiful, isn't it?
Alright, well I think this is going to be our park up for tonight. We've got the Bucco of Moor, literally just there.
Really secluded little spot. We usually just go over there across this bridge because it's like nicely surrounded by trees and really private, but someone had got there before us. However, this spot is almost just as good because I've got a little river just down there as well. So it's a really, really peaceful little spot. And I'm surprised because it's a bank holiday weekend and I was expecting Glencoe to be absolutely chock-a-block. So this is really lucky that we got this spot. She is absolutely anything but straight. I think when it gets a little bit quieter we can jump out and put the wheel blocks under her. I'm curious to see how this new Wi-Fi is doing. 2 bars 4G just now on Vodafone. Right, let's see what we're saying. Instantly connect. Whoa, look at that. 15 megabytes down. There you go, 20 down, 3 up. That's basically fibre optic speed. So good morning everyone from Glencoe. What a peaceful night we've just had. Honestly, I feel like I have a new love for van life all over again. Waking up to that view with the river running right beside the van, the birds tweeting above our heads in the trees. Oh my goodness, I had the best night's sleep I've had in a long time. I've come down here because we did actually have a neighbour. I think they're car camping in the wee red car beside our van. And also that little area there that we're parked in. Honestly, when I was setting up the cameras and I looked down at my jumper, my white jumper, it was just crawling with midges. Really bad. But all you need to do is come out here and it's nice and windy and they're all scared off. So, damn, it's good to be back in Glencoe again, I tell you.
So today we are going up one of the hills with the best views in the Glencoe area. And the weather is looking quite clear, there's a few clouds in the sky, but they are high enough up that hopefully we should get some cracking views.
So the hill that we're actually going to go and do today isn't exactly on Monroe, but I think it's a good place to try and get back into the hill walking because over the next month or so we're planning on doing a lot of bucket list hikes that we haven't really had time to do before on our previous visits. So this is a really good warm-up. It overlooks the Buccleuch of Moor and in my opinion it's possibly one of the best views because hiking the Buccleuch of Moor is obviously a good milestone, but you don't actually get to admire it from the top. Okay, so coming off the main road very quickly just turns into like a vertical ascent. This is just straight up the side of the mountain. Definitely going to be good for our fitness, babe. Come on, nearly there. Last little push. You're joking. Oh, come on. Oh, that's it there. See it? Oh, yes.
Yes!
Yes.
Under 2 hours.
High
High
Good
five.
job.
What a view. You know, driving through Glencoe, it just looks so busy. It's just amazing, there's nobody up here at all.
Amazing.
It's so quiet. I can hear my heart beating at my chest right now.
Okay, so I think this is going to be our digs for the night. We've just basically driven along the road from Glencoe because we read on Brit Stops that this pub actually allows overnight stays in the car park. We used to go to another pub in Glencoe, but it's since been brought to our attention that you can't stay there overnight anymore. So this is a really good alternative if you're in the area and you're looking for a nice cosy place to actually go in, spend some money, get a nice dinner and just spend the night in the car park here. We are actually going to be spending the next couple of nights up in this region because tomorrow we're going to do something very exciting that we've been looking forward to for a while, and that is going going and visiting a little plot of land that we actually own in Scotland. When I say little, I mean it is tiny. I think we've got 2 1 square foot plots. It's with a company called Highland Titles, and you can buy these little plots of land basically for quite cheap prices, and it basically makes you a lord and a lady. So when a couple of months ago when Highland Titles reached out to us and said, Campbell and Gemma, do you want to be a lord and a lady? Of course, we're going to take that opportunity. And finally we've managed to schedule it in where we can come up to Glencoe and actually go and see the work that it does in person and go and visit that tiny little bit of Scotland that we actually own. And there she is, Miss Lady Spence herself, Lady Gemma Spence.
I feel like I look more like a baker with my shower cap on. It gives me one of those nice big hats.
As you can see, you can buy a plot of land and become a lord and a lady, but it doesn't add any class because we still live in a messy van. The next morning, we woke up bright and early and hit the road to meet up with the team from Highland Titles. The sun was splitting the skies, and we were so excited to finally get to see the little piece of Scotland that we now owned. So first stop now is we're going to go and meet up with a man called Stuart who works with Highland Titles, and he is an expert on all things to do with the conservation project, so I'm really interested to hear just what he has to actually tell us.
Hi Lady Gemma.
Thank you.
Let me present you with your pack.
Amazing.
For your title.
Great, I can't wait to actually go up and see. Thank you. So what is it that you actually do at Highland Titles?
I manage our nature reserves. When I joined we had 1, now we've got 5.
Wow.
So things are going really well. It's been a really busy time. We fund everything we do ourselves, and as you travel around the reserve today you'll see the first area that we've just cleared of the horrible non-native commercially planted Sitka spruce, and we're in the process of planting 5,000 lovely native trees there, which is a giant step for nature because they don't like non-native trees. But what's happened, the amazing thing that's happened is the more we do, we very quickly realised more wildlife return. So we've brought back red squirrels at Durer, long gone.
Wow.
We've now got hedgehogs, we've had osprey, we've had sea eagles. There's all sorts of, the more we do, the more wildlife comes back.
Brilliant.
Oh, that's brilliant. And what are the benefits of somebody buying a plot of land?
You can try and get your title on your credit card
Yeah.
and get discounts. So there's kind of fun side to it, and then there's the sensible, serious side.
Yeah, so we can feel good like we're doing our part to help conservation.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
good.
That's
From there, the tour continued with a private buggy ride through the nature reserves on the shores of Loch Lynn. Our lovely tour guide showed us around the trail and told us all about the amazing work that the Highland Titles team does to work on restoring Scotland's once vibrant array of natural woodlands.
There is so much going on here. Now this behind me is the Hedgehog Hospital. Luckily there's not actually any hedgehogs in here at the moment, but what we were just learning is that the hedgehog population has drastically decreased over like the last 50-60 years, and so they're doing their bit to try and rehabilitate any hedgehogs that have got injured or have any. Some hedgehogs come in with 3 legs, some come in with brain damage, and this is a little hedgehog hospital where they will come and be nursed back to good health. Behind Campbell there's also a beehive, and right now because it's a really sunny day there are hundreds of bees swarming around it, so there's so much nature going on here.
So we've just come off the path now, on the hunt for our specific plot of land, and there's this beautiful little loching. I was told it's man-made. They didn't actually used to be here, but it's just such a peaceful little environment. And you can actually come and visit here even if you don't have a plot of land, because in Scotland you've got right to roam, so you can come in here, have a little wander around and just enjoy the serenity of it.
So apparently, our plot of land is just up here.
I don't think there's a sign or anything, so we
No.
just need to take a guess. Did you say it was about here? How big did you say it was?
So it is literally about that size. 1 square foot.
Yeah, 1 square foot.
So not very big at all, but we both have the land beside each other, which is cute. And yeah, it feels just, it's so peaceful, and so, it feels like really remote away from everywhere up here, doesn't it?
I know.
But I love knowing that my little piece of land is going back into the
Restoration of
restoration
Scotland.
of Scotland. It's really nice.
Right, so this is us standing in our plot of land together. Look at that.
Happy new land.
I know,
day.
happy new land. There we go. Not as big as Ellie, I don't
No.
think. We couldn't live here, I don't think so. We need to try and look for a bigger plot of land.
Let's publish a photo. Our first land.
That's a good title, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got
Our
land.
first land.
Yeah.
We were in awe of the sheer size of the task that was required to bring the native trees that once covered the length and breadth of Scotland back from near extinction. This is all done thanks to the support of those who provide the funds for the project in exchange for a small square of land in this stunning part of the world.
Ooh, this is it.
Oh my goodness.
This is exciting. Oh my goodness.
There's actually a gate to get in. Oh, Ellie does not fit in here, I tell you. Oh my god.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, this feels incredibly luxurious and I'm not even in there yet. I've just come in the front gate. This is fancy!
I have a feeling that we might be a little bit underdressed for this day. 3, 2, 1.
We are staying in the monastery, which is an exclusive accommodation for those who have land with Highland titles, and we're staying in the self-catering apartment. We have this place all to ourselves and it is massive. So in here we have a bathroom area, we've got the first bedroom, we've got a lounge and dining area, we've got another massive bedroom and ensuite, and in here we have a big kitchen. And they even left us some Tunnocks tea cakes. I'll be enjoying one of them later. And this is our master bedroom for tonight. Look at that sunlight coming in. Oh, I like the carpet. The carpet is nice. I can feel the bounce. I love it.
Look at the size of that bed.
How do I do it without messing it up? I'll gently. Oh, it's soft. Oh. And look at the view from our bedroom down into the courtyard. I honestly feel like I'm in Harry Potter. Maybe I have a little bit more of a luxurious room than the dorms that they have in Harry Potter, but looking out into that courtyard, I'm getting all the vibes of being around Hogwarts.
You, my lady.
Right, where are we going? This way. Now, as kind of typical us style, we have left dinner to a bit of the last minute. So everywhere is booked out around here. I mean, it's bank holiday weekend, like sun's night out, like everyone's on holiday. So restaurants here are all full. So we decided that we're going to just get our own dinner, get a wee takeaway from somewhere and go and sit down by the water, which I think actually is the nicest thing to do on a day like this, isn't it?
So this is going to be our view for dinner.
Can't complain about that. It's been a long time since we've been here. I'd say 9 years.
In Fort Augustus.
Since we have been here since, but since we were last here, just the two of us and out exploring Fort Augustus. Normally we drive through it, and we have been here once on a tour when we were with Haggis Adventures. We actually stayed at Morag's Lodge, which is around about here somewhere, but the weather was very opposite today. It was miserable.
It's funny, as we were driving up to here as well, we were chatting about how beautiful a drive it is, and it's a part that I always just forget about, because usually we just drive north from Glasgow, get to Glencoe, and then that's it. Whereas the last time we did this, we were actually driving to the Isle of Skye, and we pulled over at this beautiful little loch and had one of the best sunsets of my life. It was just absolutely spectacular. And I think it's just a really underrated part of Scotland, just the drive from Glencoe up to Fort Augustus and then across the Kyle. What do we have for dinner?
Oh, we have got...
My lady, my fancy lady. What is our 5-star Michelin star dining experience?
I know, we've got some wee mini veggie spring rolls. How cute are they? I think that's sweet and sour sauce, maybe? Oh, or maybe that is. Okay, sauce. I don't know what that is.
I think that's a dipping sauce for the spring rolls.
Okay, main and mixed vegetable fried rice. I think that's what we got.
And it is definitely a good feast because it's been a long day and I'm very hungry. Should we get stuck in?
Yes.
And so today our journey north is continuing. We're about to head to one of the most beautiful places in the entire world and I'm so very excited. We are going
to the Isle of Skye.
So it's going to take us a little bit longer to get to the Isle of Skye from Fort Augustus, but the drives along Loch Garry are just absolutely stunning. It's about an hour and a half to get there, and it's just so beautiful. We've driven along here in the sun, and today we're driving along where there's quite a bit of low cloud, but it still just looks really majestic and really like mysterious.
Look at those mountains. This is one of the few rare occasions that it's actually clearer skies on the Isle of Skye than it is on the mainland.
I know.
Oh, I'm so buzzing.
Look how clear it is now.
Here we go. We made it to Skye. Woo! Definitely one of my favourite places in the world, and especially on a day like today. I cannot believe, I feel like this is all I've said, I cannot believe how lucky we are to be here with the weather like this. This is like unheard of. Never do we arrive onto Skye and it's actually bluer skies than on the mainland. That is crazy.
Alright everyone, welcome to our park up for tonight. Up the top of the Chrustaille, a place we've never actually stayed at before because we've got no signal here, but the views are just absolutely breathtaking. It's just literally this little lay-by bit we've just found. Tonight we're parking up here because we're not worried about the signal, because we're not actually sleeping here. We're going to leave that till next week. We're actually just going to finish the video off here. Gemma's cooking some dinner, and then next week we're going to be hiking out, sleeping overnight on the Chrustaille, because tomorrow morning is supposed to be an absolutely spectacular sunrise. We're crossing our fingers for that. But until then guys, we'll see you in the next one. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It just lets us know we're doing the right thing and you want to see more videos just like this one. And if you're new around here, why not hit subscribe, join the gang, and we'll see you again in the next one.